After the last video, so it's actually only a week or so since the last video I put up, I decided I might as well, because it's going to be still 3 months or so until the car is due a service. I thought I might as well just put the car in to the garage to get them to have a look at the knocking noise that was going on from under the front. So it has actually been in yesterday. They had it in, had to do a test drive, and they had a look and had to order up a couple of new parts and two new tires for the front. And then today it was back in to get all that work done, and then it was back at lunch. The car was back at lunchtime. I have to say, I mean, the dealer I bought the car from down in Brecon is excellent, but it's 40 miles away. So for the last 2 times the car's been in, one was for the kind of, it wasn't really a recall, but it was a check on the wheel liner, and then I think while it was in there, they repaired one of the tires that had a puncture for free, which was nice. And then so I had them back, and pretty good actually, service wise. I mean, they yesterday gave me I took the car in, and then they gave me a lift back, and then came and picked me up to go back and get the car. And then today they actually just came and picked up the car from the house and dropped it back to the house. So very convenient indeed. So that was great. So what was the issue? The knocking noise. And I think I think somebody else, at least one other person I know who's got a Zoe, has had the same issue. It was the roll bar drop links were worn, so they have been replaced. So I don't know if it's related to that, the wear on the tires, or if that's something different. The tires actually had lots of tread still left on them for much of the tire, but just on the outer edges of both tires, and particularly on the left one, it was very worn indeed. In fact, kind of getting down towards the canvas on the one on the left, which is the one that, like, round roundabouts and all that, gets the beating. So, and I know of somebody else, Jed, who his car is about the same mileage. Hello. I'm in the middle of videoing here, and here comes daughter. Hello. So they've been having the same issue with wear on the tires at 20, kind of 22,000 miles ish, something like that. So I don't know if it's a steering geometry kind of issue or a wear issue. There's somebody else there in the wanting to come out. You see, it's impossible doing videos here because I get interrupted from everywhere. What is it? I'm doing a wee video because the car has just had a repair done. You don't care. There we are. What'd you do? So anyway, 2 new tires. So that's actually the first time I've had to spend money on this car, other than kind of washing and stuff like that. I think, as far as I know, there's one charge I've been charged for, £3.80. Otherwise, I think, apart from other like extraneous other little things like adding door sill protectors and stuff like that, I don't think I have. I think that's the first bill. 2 new front tyres, and they're not particularly cheap, being the EV special tyres. So I haven't been for a drive yet in the car to see if this has cured the problem. So that's what I'm going to do, up and down our bumpy road, and see if that works. Do you remember the noise it was making? No, that kind of rattling noise from underneath. When you went over bumps, there was this sort of knocking noise. So that is what should be fixed. So let's go and we'll try it. We'll turn off the pedestrian sound generator and go into stealth mode. Sounds better, doesn't it? There is the usual suspension noise, but yeah, we'll go up and down. Our road is horrendous for being like 3,000 different surfaces, so it's a very good test. And so yeah, yesterday going up and down here, and there's speed bumps as well, going up and down here, the car was rattling away. No, that has fixed it. Completely gone. Can you tell the difference? It's a hard one to tell, because what's happened is a noise has been taken away. So there's still the bumping noise, like when we're going over the bumps. But what was happening is that there was this extra rattle when you were going over them. So there'd be this constant as it was going over things. But now, that's gone. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. Right, great. Well, I wonder if we can actually see what they've replaced. We will go and do a wee turn here and head back down the road.
I see my friends.
Is that them? Have they been at the park?
Yeah, probably.
They are. So they have. Have you had anything to eat yourself? Not really. We'll go back down to the park, shall we, and then have a look, see if we can see what they've replaced, if that is possible.
Are we not just gonna go home?
In a minute, yeah. That's what we'll do. Anyway, that's great, because it was starting to sound a bit. Man, you can tell though while they get a workout, can't you? Bang, bang, crash, bong, 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 up and down this road all the time. And then all these speed bumps everywhere. Okay, right. I'm going to pull in here near the chargers and then put the car in full lock and see if you can see anything underneath. Bump. Right. Look at these brand new tyres. Look at all that tread on them. Right, I have no idea if we can see underneath here what's been changed. It's the drop link for the roll bar, which would be right under. In fact, maybe better to go and have a look on the other side. Oh yes, you can see beautiful shining chromy bit. Can you see that there?
No.
Look at that. So I guess that's the bush up the top there, going down there. Nice and shiny. What's that?
Probably been waiting for a new video for ages.
No, I put one on just a week ago. You see? Right, well, you could see, so hopefully in the video that you just saw, I'm just going to take the car back to the house. You can see the two gleaming, shiny steel drop links for the anti-roll bar. So that is what the problem was. If I remember rightly, I think it's the kind of front subframe is based on a Megane. What was on the Megane platform for this. I have no idea if that has a similar kind of issue with strange wear patterns on the tyres or not. Anyway, brand new tyres, looking very spiffy with all of that tread on. So that should do us another 3 years, I guess, before I need to worry about that. Right. One of the other things that they were doing with the car, and this may be more related to the tyre wear issue. No, I don't know. I mean, steering geometry is all a bit of a black art as far as I'm concerned. But the car was pulling to the right. Now I don't remember ever driving through a pothole or anything like that might have caused it, and there was no kind of damage to the wheel or anything like that, but it was definitely pulling quite severely to the right, and I think that had actually been getting a bit worse. So that's why I wonder if it's kind of was related to the suspension kind of issues. So I was that should have been fixed, but of course we're not going anywhere, so I can't quite check at the moment. And we've just been all down bumpy roads, and then just a little bit on the road. But it seems to be, well, there's a bit of a straight road up here, so we'll get to test it once we get past the roundabout. Can you see the steering wheel in this as well?
Kind of.
You can.
Not much.
Not much.
No.
It looks pretty good because accelerating away, it's keeping absolutely true. No, it would have been even there, just pulling somewhat to the right. So it was a bit dangerous because it was wanting to push you into the oncoming traffic. Right, here we go. So pointing ahead, spot on. That looks more like it. Yeah, just tracking true. Not pulling. I'm having a turn here because this is on a slight bend at this road that we're on. But when I let go, it just it's kind of centering. Let's brake, shall we? For these lights. Anyway, so that's good. So I think that's all sorted as well. So I think everything has been fixed that needed to be fixed. Tracking, the knocking from the suspension, and 2 new tyres.